Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you how I store my decor. If you're new, hi, my name is Dawn. Welcome to my channel. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram if you don't already. I will put that below. And don't forget to like this video if you like it and to subscribe if you are not. And today I am going to show you how, I think I already said this, how I store my decor, but this is all of my fall decor and fall and Thanksgiving. I have it all laid out so I can put it away. Today is December 1st. I'm a little behind because if you follow me over on Instagram, you know I've been sick for about 2 weeks with a horrendous sinus infection. I am finally feeling better, thank goodness, but I wanted to show this to you guys. So let's get packing. And Hazel, you can't be packed away. What are you doing? She's in my storage bin. What are you doing in there? Okay, let's get started. Okay, so the type of storage bins I like to use are these clear bins that have the little latches on them, and I got these from Target. I'll link them in the description box. They've been working pretty well for me, and this is the brand. And then as far as wrapping things, I do like to protect my fragile decor when I store it. So this piece of paper looks pretty worn, but this is the paper that if you shop at Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, you guys know they wrap up all of the fragile stuff. So I do save this paper, and I save it until I can't use it anymore. But you can also purchase this paper. I've bought it at Walmart before, and they might have it at Target. I need to get some more. So what I like to do is I like to wrap up the bigger pieces of decor first, like the more fragile things like canisters and whatnot, and I put that on the bottom, and then I just kind of work around the sides to get the maximum storage so that way I don't have to use too many bins. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I did want to also mention that I do try to maximize my space as much as I can. So with the canisters, I do try to put smaller items inside, not usually fragile ones, but just like garlands and things. So that way I can save space while I am packing. So that's just a little tip I have. So I'm gonna put these 2 garlands inside, gently of course, because I don't want them to get ruined. And then I have my little USB, the fall ones. And then this little pumpkin, it's plastic. That's the Bath & Body Works one. And then see if it closes. Yep, so it closed up perfectly. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this now. All right, so I have that all wrapped up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just put that in the bin. All right, so there it is. That's the bottom of the bin, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up all the other larger pieces and get them all situated. And sometimes there's little holes in the paper, and I just try to make sure it covers everything nicely so nothing gets broken. All right, so I have the first layer down. I was able to fit about, I think there's 8 or 9 pieces down there, plus whatever I put inside of the canisters. And one thing I did want to mention is make sure that you don't pack things too tight to where the bins are bulging, because then the top won't be flush, and also you have a chance of breaking things. So just wanted to mention that. And I also didn't mention, I do like to dust and wipe things down before I pack them away for the season. That's probably pretty obvious, but I just wanted to mention that I do like to do that so everything's nice and clean for the next time when I unpack it all. This bin is getting kind of full. I have most of the fragile stuff in there. Back over here, this is what I have left. I should be able to fit most of that stuff in the bin. I'm gonna probably need another separate bin for my mugs. I forgot I still have some more mugs in the cabinet that I use for fall. So I'm almost done with this bin. One thing I did want to mention that I didn't mention when I was starting to pack is the paper is very easily tearable. So if you have smaller items and you don't want to use a whole piece of paper, you can tear it. I normally tear it in half or into 4s, or you can cut it, whatever you want, but just a little tip so you can save paper. All right, so here is my progress. I got a lot of stuff in there, so I'm gonna stop there. I don't wanna make the bin too full or too heavy. Here is all I really have left. However, I did pull down my fall mugs. Here they are, so I do have to do another bin for those, and I have a couple other mugs over here, so I'm going to close up this bin and label it. And then I don't have a label maker or anything fancy like that, so I just take a good old Post-it note and I'm just gonna write fall on there. And I might do two. I might do one on the top and one on the side, and then I just tape it onto the bin, but you can do whatever kind of label system you want. So second bin is done, and as you can see, it's not as full, almost full, but not. So I got all of my mugs in there and then just the extra decor pieces, and that's it. So I'm gonna put the lid on this and label it, and then I've got a couple of other things that I'm gonna show you guys what I do with. So here are all my pumpkins. I think this is all of them, but I'm going to do the same thing. I have a separate bin for them, and I'm just gonna wrap the ones that are glass or ceramic, and the ones that are like plastic or cloth or whatever, I'm just gonna put them on top, but same process, and I'll show you the bin when it's all packed up. Okay, so I have most of them in there. They fit pretty nicely. It's kind of like playing Tetris, getting things in, but I just wanted to make sure that the ones that are breakable are covered with some paper just in case, and then all the other ones are just in there. I wasn't able to fit these two large plastic pumpkins in there, but I will just put them in my decor closet, and I think that's where I had them last year anyway. All right, so we've got all our bins done. Those will get moved to the garage. And then a couple of other things. I do have some other items which I don't put together with all of the fall stuff. So my candles, I do like to keep my candles in a separate bin. So any seasonal candles that I have that are for display, I keep them in a separate bin. I do that because I used to store my seasonal candles with my seasonal decor, and then the whole bin smelled like the candles and the decor wound up smelling like the candles, so I wanted to separate those. And any risers or boards or like display stands, tiered trays, I do have a separate bin that I keep those in case I want to use them for a different season. And then a lot of my pink Rae Dunn pieces like this that I put decals on, because this one, it says Pumpkin Queen, that's a decal, but the back of it says Mom, and I use that for Mother's Day for my coffee bar. So any pink Rae Dunn or decaled Rae Dunn that, or pink pieces that I use throughout the year, I have a separate bin for all of those too. So I like to keep it organized so it's not too overwhelming and I can find things easy. And my pillows, I do have a spot in my spare bedroom that I'm turning into my office. So when you hear me say my decor closet, that is the closet in the spare bedroom. That's gonna be my office. So I store pillows and extra decor and things like that in there. And my signs and my florals, I also put those in my decor closet. So my signs, I just put them up against the wall in the closet. And then I have a separate bin for the florals. Okay guys, I figure I'd give you a little peek of my decor closet. So on the top there, that's how I have all my pillows stored. And yes, I know I have a lot of pillows. I have a problem, but I love them. So there's my pillows, and then just a little look at how I store some of my florals and things like that. I'm not going to show you the rest because it is a mess right now, but there's kind of where I have my signs too, just so you kind of have an idea of how I have it all stored. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it was helpful. If you have any other storage tips, please leave those in the comments. I know we're all looking for storage tips and tricks and all that great stuff. So like I said, leave that in the comments. Let's talk about it. And don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and to subscribe if you're not. And don't forget to follow me over on Instagram. And I can't wait to decorate for Christmas. Of course, I'll have my usual home decor tour up for Christmas, but I'm hoping to do some hauls and other videos before that, as long as we all stay well. So if you follow me over on Instagram, you know we've been kind of sickly for the last few months, and I was so sick the last 2 weeks, but we're on the upswing, so hopefully that will stay that way. I hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving, and Can't wait to see everybody's Christmas stuff. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.